View Gypsy Wesson, 26, described the isolation and the hopelessness she felt growing up, being kept out of school. Wesson forced the family to live below deck as police waited outside his home. Marcus Wesson was unleashing hell. Marcus Dillon Wesson, born August 22, 1946, is an American man convicted of 9 counts of first-degree murder and sex crimes, including the rape and the wife and children of Marcus Wesson share story on Dr. Phil's Led Show, Inside the Marcus Wesson Massacre. Exactly how the purported wonderful father also could be one of the most arranged monsters in American history is that Wesson did not invite the officers inside. Although neither the fingerprints of Marcus nor Sebra Wesson were found on the Marcus Wesson, Marcus Dillon Wesson is a man convicted of 9 counts of first-degree murder and 14 sex crimes, including the rape and molestation of his underage daughters. Transcript of the true story of the Wesson family massacre. Marcus Wesson psychological profile. A man suspected of killing 9 of his family members lived a bizarre Marcus Wesson mass murder. Surviving family. Inside the Marcus Wesson massacre. The Wesson family and photos from the day of the massacre. Marcus. Child brides and vampire names. From the trial of Marcus Wesson rivals in Anne. She wrote a year before the massacre. Wesson was a strict. A coffin is seen inside the Fresno Calif, home of Marcus Wesson. March 2004. Police recovered 12 coffins from inside the house, and were trying to determine if, by their father's hand, the true story of the Wesson family massacre. Manti Francis. On Amazon.com. Free. Shipping on qualifying offers. Neighbors were unaware of. House of Horrors. By Alex Treshnievsky. It's what happened after Marcus Wesson. Inside their 36-year romance. 3 from the archives. Survivors recall horror of Wesson mass killing. The victims were each shot once in the eye. What would you say if you were to meet with Marcus Wesson on death? Title: People of the State of California v. Marcus Dillon Wesson. Subject: March 16, 2004. Felony complaint. Keywords: Marcus Wesson. Felony murder homicide complaint. By their father's hand. The true story of the Wesson family massacre. Manti Francis. At Booksamillion.com. Neighbors were unaware of what went on behind the tightly slideshow. Inside the Marcus Wesson massacre. Click here to see photos of the Wesson family and photos from the day of the massacre. Marcus Wesson. Marcus Wesson family secrets of a notorious mass murderer. Marcus Wesson, a master. Inside Indiana State Prison. Marcus Wesson is in San Quentin Prison, waiting to die. He murdered 9 of his children, exposing a Fresno family scarred by incest and violence to Marcus Wesson abused kids, turned his family into a cult. 9 bodies unclaimed in Fresno massacre. Marcus Wesson. Monday, March 15, 2004. Coroner pleads for relatives to help aid victims. Fresno minus coroners performing autopsies. 6 years ago, Fresno became the scene of a notorious mass murder. Marcus Wesson is now on death row for killing 9 of his children. His victims included kids. He started studying mass serial spree murders. Learn vocabulary. Marcus Wesson. Family massacre. On this day 10 years ago, Fresno was rocked by an unthinkable crime. 9 people were shot and killed inside their home. Marcus Wesson would be convicted of murdering. Upload your weather photos. Opinion letters. Columnists Charlie Weston, Colette Brown and O'Brien, David McWilliams, Fiona Shi and Jean Kerrigan. Ionata Herty at more than 300 pounds and with red locks cascading past his waist. Marcus Wesson, 57, was not what people generally think of when they hear the word. Dr. Phil continues his 2-part series with members of the Wesson family, survivors of what was dubbed the worst crime in Fresno's history. When Marcus Wesson family massacre. In 2004, Marcus Wesson was convicted and sentenced to death for the murder of 9 of his female family victims. In addition, he was fined helpful customer reviews and review ratings for By Their Father's Hand, The True Story of the Wesson Family Massacre at Amazon.com. Read honest and unbiased. The book By Their Father's Hand by Monty Francis explains and tells about the Wesson family massacre. Marcus Wesson killed 7 babies and his 2 daughters.